Snipers, you have to see what's happening to the Bitcoin price this Friday as we're finally seeing follow through above the $41,950 level, heading towards the 200-day moving average and 20-week moving average at 44,800 after finding support at 38,000, exactly as we predicted here on the Snipers channel. I talked about this monthly open at 41,500 yesterday being the confirmation that we were going to see upside and that we didn't want to test 38,000 for a second time because that wouldn't be garden variety market behavior. So now that we're seeing the breakout, of course it's a Friday, and that means that we're heading into the weekend where the cryptocurrency market is the most manipulated, and I want to talk about the trick, trap, and frustrate crew potentially going to take this Bitcoin price up to this 20-week moving average. We may even wick to the $49,700 level, but are we going to see a rejection to retest the $41,500 level where the monthly open is sitting? That's on the table, and if that happens, altcoins may potentially be outperforming Bitcoin, but for now, Ethereum is slowing down, and I want to address altcoins today because notice how Ethereum here, with a candle high of 29.32, I talked about if Bitcoin goes above 41,950, we're most likely going to see Ethereum start heading towards this $3,000 resistance. We get above 3,000, it's a straight shot to 34.54, where just from $3,000 to this first upside target is 16%, but we're not seeing that so far, and that's a puzzle piece that we're going to talk about because the Ethereum to Bitcoin chart is showing a slight pullback, but all we're seeing is a garden variety retest of an important resistance that recently broke, and the continuation of this is still highly probable above 65,000 Satoshis. That means that there may be some potential here with Ethereum, especially with ETH 2.0, and then we'll cover the revolving parts of the cryptocurrency market, like the total market cap weighing above this 200-day moving average. More importantly, we want to watch the weekly chart on this because we're finally testing this 20-week moving average. This is the first time that we're testing this 20-week moving average since June 21st. Big puzzle piece here. And then we'll look at others' dominance, Bitcoin dominance, and the DXY closing the week with strength. The jobs numbers came out today. And of course, the Feds have been talking about if they're going to start seeing a strong recovery, they may start tapering off the economic stimulus in the markets. They're already purchasing hundreds of billions of dollars in bonds every single month, and that not being present in the market may put this DXY in a position to see further upside. So this is actually a huge puzzle piece heading into the weekend because the cryptocurrency market is the most manipulated, and the DXY is showing strength, causing gold to come down 2%. And so we all know what happens when the DXY pushes up. This is what happens. Markets outside of the DXY go down. The S&P 500 not necessarily reacting, though, seeing continuation, which is interesting, and I think that that's kind of playing a part in what's happening to Bitcoin. But is that going to continue into the weekend? You guys are watching the Snipers channel. My name is Naeem Al-Obeidi. Remember to smash the like button for the YouTube algorithm so we can hit 100,000 subscribers on this channel. So just like we predicted yesterday, if we weren't going to come back down and test 38,000, the confirmation that we're going to see 41,950 break was going to be above that $41,950 level where we have the monthly open. And so we had this bullish continuation candle 2 days ago. Now we have a continuation candle. The question is, where are we going to top out? I believe the $49,700 level is on the table, and I definitely believe 44,800 is now on the table for us to see Bitcoin finally get to test this 20-week moving average. We're pretty much already there. Notice how it's actually below 44,800 at this point. So here's the real question. Now that we're at this 20-week moving average, we can just assume that we're here. If we pull back now, that's not going to be a good sign, but I'm pretty sure we're going to come and test this 20-week moving average. It's even below 44,800 now. It's pretty much sitting at 43,800. So we get to the 20-week moving average. Hoorah! The real question is, are we going to be able to get above and maintain ourselves above this 20-week moving average, which is home base? If that's the case, these curtains are not going to be red anymore. We're back in a bullish trend, and we can even start talking about new all-time highs for Bitcoin. That's the importance of this 20-week moving average. So we're going to be monitoring this, but until that happens, it is a puzzle piece that altcoins are not reacting to this move up for Bitcoin as strong as we'd expect them to. Because if this was a true move that the overall market is going to consume, then we want to see the strength with altcoins. So I think it's important to watch altcoins right now. For the downside, I just want to address this. The monthly open, 41,500 is our first level of support now. We get above this, we stay above this, we're going to be heading towards that $44,800 level. We break below 41,500. Now we have this weekly open at the $39,900 level. I don't want to see Bitcoin get below the weekly open, preferably not the monthly open, if we want to assume further upside. We get below the monthly open, that's the first sign of concern. We head towards 40,000, we come back down to 39,000, second sign of concern. And then, of course, if that happens, I believe 38,000 will get tested again. That's a second knock on the door. It makes it more likely to come down to 34,788. We could potentially see a scenario where we see lows for Bitcoin. Now, that's just being the umpire addressing both audiences on this channel, the bulls and the bears. But for now, Bitcoin is strong, it's bullish, and it looks like it wants to head towards 44,800. Now, the question is, what's happening to altcoins? Well, Ethereum is slowing down just a bit, but don't get fooled. I believe if we continue to see upside here for Bitcoin, that's the most preferred scenario to assume Ethereum is going to see that 3454 level. Now, outside of that, I do apologize that the phone is ringing here. Let me go ahead and end that call. Outside of that, we have to realize that Ethereum to Bitcoin chart is going to be critical for us to assume strength in the altcoin markets as a leading indicator. So notice here, staying above 65,000 Satoshis confirms that we can see more strength for Ethereum and potentially other altcoins against Bitcoin as we continue further up. But if we break 65,000 Satoshis, we really want to start watching the others' dominance chart. So far, we're squeezing here at the 50 period and 200 period moving average above the monthly and weekly open. But more importantly, Bitcoin dominance rejected the 20-week moving average last week. So now we're seeing Bitcoin dominance slightly move up. We want to monitor what's happening here with dominance levels, because the question now is what's going to happen to altcoins. When we see a pullback, is this going to push up Bitcoin dominance, and is that going to sell off altcoins? That's on the table. I don't think that's the case. I believe what we're going to see is others' dominance see strength, and Bitcoin dominance is going to slow down, but not necessarily see a full-blown reversal. So that's huge for us to monitor into the weekend. But I do want to address how traditional markets are closing, because it is the last day that we're going to be covering these traditional markets until next week. The DXY pushed above 92.62. That's not what we wanted. And so this is a puzzle piece coming into the weekend that we need to be careful. We really need to be careful. And so this we need to monitor, in my opinion. It's already affecting gold, of course, which means that when gold is coming down, fear is coming into the market in some way. It also could mean that investors are more comfortable deploying their money into other assets. I think that that's why the S&P 500 is still being sideways. But I think if the DXY pushes any further, that may not be the case for the S&P 500, and that could affect the cryptocurrency market. So that's what I'm watching there. U.S. oil hasn't necessarily reacted yet, but if we break below this 100-day moving average, sitting right at that $67 per barrel level, that might be a concern for me. So things are still premature, but finally we're seeing the Bitcoin breakout just like we predicted yesterday with our video title saying Bitcoin pump soon. And with that being said, I appreciate each and every one of you snipers tuned in to our channel. If you want to win Principles by Ray Dalio, comment below, share this video. You have a chance to win. My voice is going out right now. Uzumaki Naruto says, I hope ETH doesn't blast off too fast. You already know paper hands are quick to take small profits. Hado, you want a book? Send me a message on Instagram. The link is in the description. And with that, thank you all for tuning into the Snipers channel today. I appreciate each and every one of you guys. I hope you enjoyed today's analysis. We're really seeing the strength here exactly as we predicted. We knew this $38,000 level was going to be the first garden variety support. Now we're seeing the new yearly, highs here. Not the new yearly highs, but the new highs since the start of this consolidation, which is a very good thing. That could potentially lead us to new yearly highs if we get above the 200-day moving average. So that's what I'm excited about. And with that, thank you all for tuning in. Until next time, snipers